So Parag Agarwal, what is the answer? You will push ATMs, water ATMs, and give cards to millions of Indians.
No, so that is.
And where will you get your water from?
So that is where we are. Our advocacy, or what we are really now championing. We are championing a different objective altogether. What we are trying to do is, we believe in, from our assessment, there are millions of water treatment plants that are already existing, but they're either grossly underutilized on capacity, or they are shut down for lack of management expertise or capability. What we are trying to propose is revival of these plants, because that is the shortest cut to meeting the longest objective, which is bridging the gap between demand and supply. So
that's interesting.
And for that, it's important to bring all these plants on a uniform technology platform that our social enterprise has developed. We are willing to offer it to we are already offering it to every state government to basically harness and rein in their plants, so that they are able to draw more efficiencies out of the existing plants. Therefore, while there may still be need to create new plants, that's not the only way forward. Revival of these plants will bridge a massive gap immediately, number one. Having said, but there's another point I want to make. Just before I walked into the studio, I was quickly informed on my WhatsApp that today there has been a policy announced by the government of India. So this is a huge policy as we see it from the drinking water side, is that for all water up to TDS 500, RO has been banned. This is going to be a massive...
Now explain it to me. I mean, I'm not an expert.
RO as a technology...
What do you mean RO ban?
RO is reverse osmosis.
Reverse osmosis.
So use of
which people use in homes.
So every household is using reverse osmosis technology to get their dose of drinking water on a daily basis. Unfortunately, they're deploying this technology, or to water which does not need RO. Because when you receive municipal supply, you don't need to subject it to an RO treatment. So through the RO treatment, you're generating reject water. And that reject water is going down in your drain. So people talk about putting it in your pots, using it for your dishwashing, pot washing, but nobody really does it. They just drain it into the sink. Now, the moment you make TDS level up to 500, you subject it only to technologies of filtration other than RO. What you're doing is you're conserving a lot of water. So I'll give this, very quickly in 20 seconds, I'll give you an example. A city like Delhi, 50 lakh homes, 20 liters of drinking water, potable water being consumed per home per day for drinking and cooking. That's 10 crore liters, 100 million liters. Now imagine, to get 100 million liters, by running all of this water through RO, you're draining 200 million liters, because RO can potentially waste 2 liters for every 1 liter it gives you. And all this you're doing to water which does not need to be subjected to RO. So this policy that has been announced today, and I hope it gets more teeth and it gets into implementation mode as quickly as it's been announced, it's a giant stride forward in conservation of water. And these are the kind of steps which the government will have to take. And of course, as citizens, as
people need to be more aware.
Everybody needs to be more aware.
Absolutely.
Pipes have to be banned. People should stop washing cars using pipes. They should stop, watering their plants using pipes.
I think we're really run out of time. I'd like to thank Parag Agarwal, Malan Chechak.